Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Helix Amps Revisited, and today I'm going to kind of continue on where I left off from last episode, where we looked at the Brit 2204 model, or the Marshall JCM 800 model that we have in the Helix. That is such a popular amp model, and I get a lot of great feedback from those videos, so today I wanted to kind of follow up on a couple requests I had to dive in and retake a look at the Line 6 2204 mod amp we have in the Helix, which is basically, as far as I understand, a kind of hot-rodded modified version of a Marshall JCM 800 2204, and I've got to say, it's a killer amp. So a little something different today. I'm actually, at the same time as doing this, there's going to be a free preset, but I'm also announcing the release of my 2204 Ultimate preset, which is available for Helix, going to be a 3-snapshot preset. It's going to have a full array of effects dialed in really nicely. There's also in the bundle going to be an HX Stomp version. Stripped back, obviously, is not as many effects included in that because it has to fit within the limitations of HX Stomp. That is available at a link below that is at my website. There's also a link below to the free single snapshot preset of this. That's just a little sample, shall we say, of what comes in the full preset pack. And that's what I'm going to showcase today. We're going to create this little sample, one snapshot, kind of edge of breakup push sound, about the lowest gain we can get out of this model. This model is capable of a lot more gain, and that's what you get with the full preset. Later in the video, I'm going to play you a demo video of how the 3 snapshots from the full 2204 Mod Ultimate preset. Again, the link is below if you want to take a look and grab that from my website, but I'm going to let you hear how all of those snapshots work together in a mix with no other processing other than what's included in the preset. But without further ado, let's head over to HX Edit, take a look at this single snapshot preset so you have an idea of what we're dealing with. All right, so here we are over in HX Edit, and what we have here, very simple, stripped back for this free preset. I start off with my LA Studio comp at the end with a peak reduction of 4.6, gain of 5, and the mix is at 100%. You'll notice I have the gain reduction here. I'm using Helix Native just for this video, okay? So this is also compatible with Helix Native. I have a little bit of dynamic ambience verb on with my favorite settings, the 12-meter room size, the shape at late 100. We have the mix at 35%. I also have a very important piece of the puzzle here, the low and high shelf EQ, both the high frequency and low frequency set to 650 hertz. All the frequencies below 650 cut by 2 dB, and all the frequencies above boosted by 4 dB, and this gives us this EQ that really helps this to sit in a mix nicely, cleans up some mud, gives it some clarity, and this is really going to help whether we are dealing with live or studio sounds. Now, the really nice thing about this block is if you find that things maybe aren't bright enough, we can just roll in a little tiny bit more brightness with the high shelf, right? Or if we want a little more fullness, we could always dial things in. And, you know, half a dB to a dB move can actually go a long way a lot of times with this block. And then over to our actual amp block. And the cab I used was the new to firmware 3.5 412 Greenback 25 with a 121 ribbon on the cap edge, 3.5 inches back. The low cut on the cab at 110 hertz and the high cut at 11 kilohertz. Over to the amp, we have drive setting of 1, bass at 5, mids at 6, treble at 8, presence at 6, channel volume at 10, master at 7.6, sag at 5, which I didn't touch, the pre-mid FC setting at 900 hertz, and the pre-mid boosted at 4.5 dB. So that's the setting. So let's do this. We'll turn off the compressor, the verb, and the EQ, and this is just the sound of the amp block and cab block by itself. So nice stuff. It's lacking a little bit of clarity, maybe has a little bit of mud in there. We'll take care of that and clean things up. Let's bring that compressor in. Now it's giving a little boost to the sound. This is an always on thing for me, so I'm not really worried about balancing it on versus off. So I just leave this on. You'll notice I'm only getting about a dB of gain reduction. Maybe a dB and a half, tops 2 dB. So it's very subtle, but I just like what it does to kind of glue things together. Let's come over here to the dynamic ambience. Doing what it should, giving it a little bit of ambience, making it sound more like it's played in a real room. right, and this is kind of where I feel the magic happens over here with this high and low shelf. Here it is without again. Now you'll notice here, if we keep that off and I go to maybe my neck pickup, get kind of tubby, flubby sound. I engage that. Much more usable, and even on our bridge pickup. Just something that works really nice in a mix, both live and in the studio. All right, so there you have the free preset. Like I said, that is available at a link below on my website. You can go grab that, try that out, tweak it, make little tweaks with the high and low shelf EQ to suit your, first of all, your taste, but also your monitoring system, your guitars, and so on and so forth. But how would this sound with the other snapshots dialed in a little bit different, like the 2204 Mod Ultimate preset is, which is also available below at my website? We want to hear how that sounds in a mix. So here's a little song I did from my last album. I reamped all the tracks. I always capture the DI tracks. I reamped them all through the 2204 Mod Ultimate preset. And this is featuring my good friend Marco Miniman on drums and my great friend Jason Henry on bass, who absolutely knocked it out of the park in the rhythm section. And all of these guitars are from the 2204 Mod Ultimate preset with absolutely no other processing in the mix. I hope you enjoy. All right, so there you have it. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like the sound of it. As I've said a few times already, the links are below for both the free preset and the full preset if you are so inclined. I'm really loving this preset. I'm really loving this amp model, and I think a lot of you folks out there who enjoyed the 2204 non-modded version will enjoy this just as much. So thank you guys so much for sharing your time with me. I really do appreciate it. Please like the video. Please share it with anybody who you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. And also please subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I'll be back really soon with some more. Thank you guys again so much for sharing your time with me. Ciao for now.